Hey guys, welcome to Headspace Hangout. Tonight I'm going to chat about a few general topics that I believe we all tend to struggle with. Struggle as individuals, but also are too scared, ashamed, embarrassed, but too scared to talk to someone about how they feel. We have this barrier around us that we try to portray ourselves as always happy, but internally we find ourselves kind of breaking. Well, that's how I feel sometimes. So I just wanted to dive into that tonight. Please note that everything I do chat about is based on my experience and what I've gone through. If you do seek professional help, please see the relevant person that can guide you in the right direction. As everything that I do speak about, like I've said, is just based off my experience. So mental health is a huge topic. What I've realized over the past few months and years that I've been in Australia, mental health from where I'm from in South Africa is not a big thing. It's not spoken about, and if it is, it's kind of just brushed under the rug. We carry on. There's bigger things to worry about than how someone's mental space is. With kind of going through the day-to-day struggles in South Africa, with someone that's has been held up, has been broken into, been in a fight, been robbed, been held up at gunpoint at a traffic light. Um, those things definitely do affect you mentally, and a lot of people can agree that being in South Africa, you kind of expect that, that's going to happen, and you accept it and move on. As long as you get through it, you survive, we're happy. It's just another day. But I think long term, we kind of keep it within our brains, and as time goes on, it tends to kind of eat at us. And with me being here and away from a lot of my friends and family, I've just felt that a lot of things that I've been through kind of have been hitting me harder now than they had before. That's why I'm on this journey, because I want to find out why, see how to approach those memories, as well as try to address the root cause of why sometimes you feel the way you do, or I feel the way, should I say. But in the process of doing that, I want to unpack so many different things that whoever is watching can hopefully take one or two things from that and utilize it in their life. Being from where I'm from, I'm not too sure as to why mental health, like I've said in the past, has been pushed under the rug, where everything that you think affects either yourself, your friends, your family, people around you, strangers, and it affects what you do in that precise moment could affect your future. So I wonder why, that is my biggest question, why we tend to sometimes neglect that. We eat healthy because we want to look better and feel better. We go to the gym to feel better, to get stronger, things like that. We study to gain knowledge on a certain profession. But what do we study as individuals to better our mind? Some read, some draw, some play sports. That is good. Don't get me wrong. I encourage that 100%. But there's something further that I think we all need to understand, is that our mental state, waking up every single day with ADHD, with depression, with anxiety, with so many different psychological disorders, should I say, affects how we go in everyday life. Um, this channel is going to address those topics. So this may not be for everyone, and I can understand that. And with this being almost a month now that's been going, you know, um, I am excited to say that there's some great guests that will be coming on soon. Um, when Lauren and I started, we looked at kind of just doing mental health specialists. But as we've gone on, we've got a few requests as well as questions, and people have reached out, which has been awesome for me and really, really made me happy and proud of why I'm doing this, but asking certain questions that were more linked not just to the mind but as well to the body. So from how they walk, and one leg being longer than the other, how that affects their hips to their spine pain. You have pain in your spine, it affects your mental state. You tend to not want to do things, go to the gym because of your back injury. So what I'm speaking about that is I'm looking to see how we can get as many specialists on as possible, from your little toe to the top of your hair, and explain why everything happens throughout the body. So this is not going to be easy for me, in a new country that doesn't know anyone, but it's something that Lauren and I are working on, and we can say that we've got 3 to 4 guests signed for the next month or so that are going to be joining us, and looking forward to those people coming on. It's going to be a bit hard because doing this, for example, is not something that I really feel comfortable doing, but it's stepping out of my comfort zone because I want to help someone. I want to spread free, valuable knowledge that can change people's lives and feel that they're not alone, because you're not. In a world that's changing so much and people are becoming so isolated and worried about their own problems, we tend to forget about our friends and family that sometimes just need a hey, how you doing? How's things going? Need a hug. But sometimes it takes 2 minutes just to send a message and reach out, and I just want to get the positive, proper information out there that will get people thinking and feeling better each day. I might not be able to change thousands or 10 or 20,000 people's lives, but like I said in the past, and what I'll keep saying, is that I just want to keep changing 1 or 2 people's lives. If I can do that, then like I've said, I've done what I need to, you know. I don't want to be doing this just for me to get answers based on what I've gone through, what I'm going through, and to heal myself. I want to do this so that everyone can kind of feel not alone, should I say, and get the answers that they need. Because not everyone can afford it. Not everyone can get the quality, um, of what I believe I will be getting out of these. Um, so, yes, I will keep you posted on that. I'm looking forward to having some guests on this podcast so we can dive into all the different topics that I have always wanted to learn, ask, as well as not just keep it contained within myself. Like I said before, I want to get as much knowledge and as much information out of all the guests that come on as I can to share that, and that's my goal. So one topic I wanted to chat about, um, just briefly, was being a new father. So someone that has ADHD, anxiety, and a bit of depression, and let me just say the least, overthinking. Um, Unfortunately, I'm one of those people that tend to overthink quite a lot when it comes to pretty much everything that I do. So, for example, and I know I'm not alone, so it might be crazy or funny to some people, but it's really not fun. Is I would have a headache, for example, and I would take 2 Panados, or whatever you want to call them, and I would start feeling better. But I would start, doesn't happen all the time. It's happened once or twice, but just an example. I would feel slight either headache or throbbing or back pain or something silly that's irrelevant or opposite to what I should be feeling after taking that. And then I'll tend to overthink on that and think of the worst. Did I pull a back muscle? Do I have a blood clots? Do I have, and it's all regarding my health. So that's really something that I do better with. Um, but going back to fatherhood, not to divert, it's been the most amazing thing for me. but it's also been really hard for a person that battles with patience and the person that battles to have everything in a way go my way. Like, I want things to be kind of clean, I want things to kind of be put in a certain place, and I want to leave at a certain time. And I found that with the baby, everything changes, literally upside down. But it's been amazing. There's no feeling, no words to put on a child. Um, but the depression and the anxiety has got worse some days, but sometimes better. Worse because it's kind of more of a stressful environment, because I think of what I could be doing better to be a better father and a better husband, and what I could be doing better so that my daughter could have a better life than what I had. And I had a good life. But what I mean by that is a better life where she's loved 24/7, supported, and doesn't have to go through all the psychological stresses that I went through growing up. She's in a safer country, which I'm blessed for. Not to say that things don't happen here, but that's one thing I'm glad that we came across here, for the safety part of it and a better life. But yes, I just think that being a father is amazing. What my wife has done is, as a mother, but as well as a partner, has been unreal. Um, Sometimes you can be with someone for so long and not think that someone could grow every day. And my wife's just been my rock, my pillar, my everything through everything I've been through. So grateful that she's in my life. And yeah, I don't think I would have been able to do this without her. And don't think I'd be here if it wasn't with her. There's some dark days that I had. And, you know, the sad truth that I find is that some people just don't care. Um, Friends and family that you think always had your back or had your back in the past, when things tend to not go so much your way, and you need that phone call, you need that text, you need that something, you know, people are not there. They always say that when things are going good, your friends and family will always be there. When you're down and out and you need someone, you might have a handful of people, you know, and no matter how many people have hurt me, not supported me, not been there, like, I still help people. I still want to help people. I still want to do this. I still want to do all kinds of things that can help people in the right direction, mentally as well as physically. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, this might not be for everyone, this podcast, but what I would appreciate, share my page, because you might not be interested, but one of the topics, one of the guests I have on might have information that someone in your family would need to hear or might need in their life, and that could help them, or can guide them in the right direction, that can push them to get over the fear and actually go face the doctor that they need to. You know, I've got a friend that I haven't spoken to in a while, but knows that they have a health issue that they got told 4 or 5 years ago about, but has neglected it and needs to go back for a checkup because he has a bit of pain now and then, but he's too scared to go to the doctor because he doesn't know what the result will be. The same with my father. He was very, very scared of going to the doctor, and I can understand because I hate going to the doctor. Um, yeah, I do blood tests every 2 to 3 weeks. I go to doctors at least 2 to 3 times a month. I go to a hematologist every 2 months. Um, but yeah, going back to that, you need to you need to see the doctor if you're feeling anything. At the end of the day, only you know how your body feels. And if you are scared, talk to someone. Let someone go with you. Because sometimes we tend to blank out when we're in anxious situations where we don't really hear clearly what the doctor is explaining or what they're saying. And we just tend to want to get in and get out. So please push through that anxiety and anxiousness and go see a specialist. So, guys, please feel free to share, subscribe, like, as well as follow, and stay tuned as next week we'll have our first guest. Looking forward to having on board. It's going to be an amazing topic or two, and it was a tough conversation that we had. I had a tear or two, not going to lie, but this is what this is about: being raw, honest, and vulnerable. Because quite frankly, right now, having a child changes that. You know what I mean? We all tend to try to be as strong as we can. But once you have a child, I think that brings out your vulnerability, makes your heart bigger, more lovable, and that for me is fun. Um, so yeah, thanks so much. Bye for now.